Morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog. It is Monday. I've just dropped my son off at school. He didn't want to go to school today because his teacher is not well. Got the kettle going. Let me rewind. His teacher's not well today, so therefore he's got a substitute teacher in, and it's a male teacher, and he's never had a male teacher, and he had a bit of a meltdown because it's change, and my son does not deal with change. He's very much like me, and that's why I feel that if I'm being tested for autism and ADHD, I feel that he could possibly have something because he follows me, or is he just following my actions? So I'm a bit confused of what to do. But anyway, I got him into school. I promised him a chocolate cake when he came out of school because I made some yesterday. I made chocolate cake and shortbread biscuits yesterday. Shortbread didn't come out well, but it's my first time ever doing shortbread, so I need to fix that. But the chocolate cakes he absolutely loves. So I said, when you come home from school, you can have a chocolate cake. So that bribed him. Probably not the best parenting, but if it got him into school, I'm more than happy for him to have a chocolate cake. Anyway, in other news, Toby's still not doing great. Really worried about him. Just his back legs just keep falling underneath him at the moment. So I really don't think we have long. Maybe a month, if we're lucky. I'm not sure. In other news, I actually got my letter through at the weekend to say that I'm officially on the Autism and ADHD waiting list to have my full diagnosis being done. I've had to go through lots of meetings and lots of questionnaires, and I got the letter through saying that I am actually now on the waiting list to be tested for autism. I'm also on the waiting list to be tested for ADHD because they think I have both of them. And it could be a while because the waiting list is long, but at least I'm on the waiting list. That's what's important for me. And today I am working, sorting out and decluttering that mess behind me that I'm going to walk away from right now because I don't want to deal with it. I made quite a bit of money on Vinted over the weekend and a little bit of money on Facebook as well. So I'm progressing. I'm putting that all towards my savings account so that I've got more savings, and I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. At the moment, I'm feeling okay. I'm not feeling stressed. I'm not feeling scared or uncomfortable. Anxiety's not overtaking me at the moment. So far, so good. And I'm taking it one day at a time, and we're seeing how things go from there. So I'm gonna make a quick cup of tea. I'm gonna have half a melon because my mum picked up some fruit for me. If you haven't seen last week's vlog, I will link it in the description box below. But I'm going to have half a melon for my snack with a peppermint tea, and I'm going to get the computer up and start work for the rest of the day before I got to go and pick up my son, at which I'm going to go for a nice long walk. Because it's beautiful. It's beautiful outside. It's very sunny, a bit chilly, but it's sunny, which is lovely. I love that kind of weather. A bit of sun, but not too hot, and it's not too cold, and it's not raining. So all is well. So stay tuned. I'm going to go and have my cup of tea, and I'll catch up with you a bit later. Morning, next day, as always. Don't quite know how this happened last night, but my son lay down on my pillow this morning while I was sorting the iron out, you know, and he was chatting away. And he said, "Mum, the pillow feels a bit funny." So we opened it up and had a look, and it had opened, it split open. I don't even know how that happened. So what I'm going to try and do is actually I'm going to try and sew it back up again, because otherwise it's fine. And I'm going to try and keep an eye out for some deals on pillows and stuff. I know they're not overly expensive, but I'm going to see if I can keep an eye out for some deals. But what I have decided to do is, because we're going on Disney Cruise next year, I want to make my own Mickey Mouse ears, because they're not cheap, are they, Mickey Mouse ears? So I'm going to use the stuffing from this pillow when I have to get new ones, and I'm going to use it to put in my Mickey Mouse ear so I can make my own. And then I'm going to go to some charity shops and buy some old t-shirts or something like that with Disney characters on. Just like, you know, where it's just like lots of little Mickey Mouse ones or lots of little princess ones. I'm going to cut that up, and I'm going to use that for fabric for my Mickey Mouse ears rather than actually go out and buy them. And yes, I know that I can go out and buy them and they're much better and they're nicer. But when you're trying to do this on a budget, and to be honest, once I've worn those ears, I'm not going to wear them again. So if I can make them myself with some cheap hairbands, that's going to save me a lot of money. Let me know what you think. I'd love to know what you think. And any reason why that would have just randomly split open, because I'm very confused. Anyway, I'm going to get on with some work. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. So I was just being a nosy neighbour, procrastinating and just looking out the window at what's going on in the neighbourhood. And I've just seen a girl that's about 2 or 3 doors down. She's about 19, 20. She's got a little one, I think about 18 months old. Beautiful little girl. And the bin men have just come and they've left the bins just like on the path. We have to go and get our bins and put them back in our garden, etc. Anyway, I've just watched this girl. She does live with her mum. Walk out to the bin, put something in the bin and walk back in her house again. But didn't take the bin with her. Now, is it just me? Or is that just pure laziness? If you're going out to put something in the bin and the bin's been emptied, take it back with you. Please let me know if that's just me that got really frustrated with that. I mean, granted, she's only like 19, 20. I'm 40, nearly 41. I've got 20 odd years on her. But still, at that age, you would have thought she would have brought the bin back down the path. Maybe it's just me. And she is still in her dressing gown and it's 9:45 in the morning. And I'm like, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's only me that gets up at stupid times in the morning to make sure that I'm overly prepared and I've got everything ready for my son before he goes to school. So once he's gone to school, I can then do my work and do everything else I need to do. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just what I do. But I just found that pure laziness that I just thought, did I just see that right? So let me know your thoughts on that. That's Rachel's rant for this week. So I've just seen my mum and she's just picked up a bag of sweets for Christmas and she gave them to me and they were in Farm Foods, I think for £2.50 she said, and it's a 700 gram gummy mix mega bag. That means I don't have to really buy any sweets for Christmas because she said she's already got the fizzy ones for me as well. So I've got fizzy and gummy sweets. I will buy a few things that my son particularly likes and I'll also buy a few sweets that I particularly like because I love licorice all sorts. I know people are a bit funny with it, but I really, really like them. And a few special sweets, but other than that, I don't need to buy anything else, and that only cost me £5, so bargain. And she also said that someone that she works with has her own allotments, and she has an apple tree, and she come home with a big bag of apples from the apple tree. Obviously, I'm going to wash them and clean them, can't even get into them. So it's only 4 apples, but nice red apples, and she said that they're nice and juicy as well. So that's going to help me. I might even make apple and blackberry crumble because the blackberries are starting to grow, and where my dad lives there's a little alleyway and there's lots of blackberries there, so I think I might go blackberry picking with my son one autumn weekend and make an apple and blackberry crumble. Ooh, see, there's always ways of saving money if you're a little bit frugal. So let me know your favourite frugal tip. Good afternoon, it is Friday and almost the weekend. My son is with his dad this weekend and I usually do all my baking. As you can see, there's some bits over there, and I clean all the rooms over the weekend. But you know what, I felt like this weekend I just wanted to catch up with some work that I'm doing, do some research on some things that I've been putting to one side because I've been so busy doing other things. So I decided to do all my baking and all the cleaning today, and then over the weekend I can just work and relax and do the things that I want to do. So how to make red lentil tofu is really, really easy. It's 140 grams of red lentils, washed and everything else that you've got to do. Then put into a blender with 300 millilitres of boiling water, and then you mix it all up till it's all nice and smooth, and then you pop it in a saucepan and you put 300 millilitres of more water, but this water is room temperature. And then you put it in a container like that and you let it cool for a bit, and then you're going to pop it in the fridge for 8 hours. So it's best to do it overnight. And then the next day you just cut it up. You can marinate it in soy sauce or Worcester sauce or whatever you want to marinate it with. Pop it in the air fryer for 10 minutes and it will crisp up and it is delicious. But I will show you what it looks like tomorrow once it's all set. So I'm going to carry on with that and do the cleaning, and just want to relax this weekend because next weekend is my birthday weekend. So I am 41 on Monday the 30th of September. I've got my son with me the weekend before my birthday, so we're going to go out for the day and spend some time together. I'm not going to film it because I'm going to have that day with my son. And then Inside Out 2 is released on Disney Plus on the 25th of September. So that Saturday night, we are going to have a movie night downstairs. We're going to blow up the airbed, bring the quilts down, get lots of popcorn, sweets and snacks and cakes and stuff, because on my actual birthday, he will be with my ex-husband, because if you don't know by now, my ex-husband and I share the same birthday. So he's going to be with his dad on our birthday this year. So we try and take it in turns. So as I was 40 last year, I got the day with him, and now my ex-husband gets that time with him this year. So yeah, so I will come back tomorrow once all this is baked and show you what it looks like once it's done. It's Saturday, and I usually end the vlog on a Saturday, but before I do, just want to quickly chat about a few things. So first of all, the apple cake thing that I made yesterday went completely bloody wrong. It didn't set, I poured it out and it just kind of crumbled everywhere. So what I've done instead is I've crumbled it all up, and then I put it back in the oven to crisp up a little bit more, and then I put it in separate little food bags, and I'm going to use it as kind of like an apple granola over my yogurts that I have in the evening, because each evening I have yogurt and some fruit and berries for my after dinner snack type of thing, and I'm going to just use that and put some granola over the top of it, because I just completely messed it up. But sometimes that happens, doesn't it? You've got to try these things to know whether or not it's going to work, but I didn't want to waste it or throw it away, so I decided to use it as granola instead. So there we go, that's what I'm doing. I also just got my new book. I wanted to read this book for a really long time, and I got a voucher for my birthday last year, and my birthday is coming up, so I had to use the voucher. So I bought myself a few books. I bought this one, but I will read this after I've read my other book, which is called The Best Seat in the Universe. If you want to read a personal development book, with it being in a story format, and you want it to change your life, then have a look at The Best Seat in the Universe by Graham Anderson. I will link it in the description box below. It is the best book I've ever read, and I think I've read it 4 times now, but every time I get a bit lost in life, I read that book and it sends me back on track again. So if you feel lost in life at all, then do go and check that book out. And I've just got my red lentil tofu out of the fridge because it's all set now. As you can kind of see, it does have a little bit of kind of water that you have to drain off, but I'm going to cut that into cubes, and I'm going to marinate it in some sauce, and I'm going to chuck it in the air fryer to crisp up with a little salad. So I'll quickly show you that, and then I'm going to end the vlog there. And I've just took these out the air fryer, and now they're all crisped up, ready to have. I haven't got many because I wanted to see what it's like, but I'm sure it's going to be lovely. I'm going to put this with a nice big salad now, and some rice crackers, and I'm going to have a cup of green tea with it, and then that's it. That's my lunch. Oh, I did forget to say that I went to Asda with my mum. My mum needed to go to Asda, so I took my mum to Asda this morning. And we were just having a little look around, because usually when I go to Asda, I'm in, get what I want, and I get out again. But I actually decided to have a look around. And I found in the freezer department, there were 10 pieces of wild salmon fillet for £10. So I thought, that's not bad. So we picked some up and we're going to try them. My son doesn't really like salmon, but I love it, and my mum's took some as well. So we're going to have some salmon this week and see what it's like. But £10 for 10 pieces, I didn't think was that bad really. And the Christmas stuff is really starting to come out in Asda as well. So as soon as it got more stuff out, I'll do a video on the things that they have. So I'm going to end the vlog here, because this afternoon I want to get on with some bits and pieces and not have to pick the camera up or remember to do it. So I'm going to end the vlog here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. There are some more videos coming up on budgeting. So I know a lot of people have asked me to do some more budgeting videos, and I'm definitely going to be doing that as well. And then obviously now there will be much more Christmas content coming your way as well from now on. So if you like that kind of stuff, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good morning, good day, or good evening, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.